Tao Overflows. Is there a right way to help a child grow? Every way of helping a child is wrong. The very idea of helping is not right and primitive. Everyone is so obsessed with this word help that we go on helping the others without even ask for help. We are ready to help even when the child is not asking for help. Help should be provided when it is asked for. No one really understands when to help and when not to help. This is the fundamental and basic criteria for child rearing. The child needs your love, your help. The child needs nourishment, support, but not your help. You just provide nourishment and do not interfere with his hidden potentiality. Your help is going to disturb his hidden potentiality. Each parent need to be like a gardener who only provides proper nourishment and allows the plant to grow according to its growth pattern. A marigold must blossom into marigold. It cannot become a rose flower. A white rose cannot become a red rose, but you are trying to make your child according to your likings. This is what happens all around. The gardener provides solution only when the plant develops a problem and needs expert help and care. This is what Khalil Gibran says through the Master Al-Mustafa. When asked about children, children are born through you, not from you. Give them your love. Love alone will nourish and nurture the children, and it will help them to blossom into their potentiality. And I will tell you how playfully you can sow the seed of awakening that will help them to explore the hidden potentiality, and it blossom spontaneously. The natural potentiality of a child is unknown. So there is no way of correctly helping him to attain to this natural potential. You cannot help when goal is unknown. All that you can do is not to interfere. In fact, everybody is interfering with everyone else in the name of help. And because the name help is beautiful, nobody objects. When somebody says, I am helping you, you say, thank you very much. Of course, the child is small and so dependent on you that he cannot object. People all around us are just like you. They have also been helped by their parents. The way you have been helped, neither they have attained to their natural potential nor you have. Have you attained to your natural potential? The whole world is missing out in spite of all the help from the parents, the family, relative, the neighbors, the teachers, and the priests. In fact, everyone is so burdened with the idea of help that they are under its weight. What to say of attaining one's natural potential? One cannot even attain natural potential. One cannot move. The weight on everybody's shoulder of help is so much. And not interfering is one of the most difficult things. It is not in the nature of the mind. Mind is basically, continuously and persistently tempted to interfere in the name of help. It lives on interference. The more you can interfere, the more powerful you are and you feel. Interference is the way of life. Husbands interfere in the ways of life, in the life of wives. Wives interfere in the lives of husbands. It is a mutual game in a very subtle way. In this way, both feel they are powerful. The husband goes on interfering in his own way. So too the wife goes on interfering in her own way without being aware why they are interfering with the life of one another. They were supposed to be together to enhance each other's life, but unconsciously they go on interfering with one another. Husband comes late every day. Not that it is essential to come home late, but it is a question of power. It is a question of ego. If he comes home in time, that means he has surrendered. I know husbands who go on sitting in their office doing nothing, just gossiping, and they know perfectly well that their wives will be boiling. They should reach home in time, but that is what she wants him to reach home in time. Just because she wants it, it is impossible for man to reach home in time. It is against his manliness to be in time. He will come late, and the same scene is repeated every day. So too, the wife is not ready to drop asking him why is he late, knowing perfectly well that whatsoever he says is a lie. She knows also that whatever he is telling me is a lie, but it is a good beginning for the fight, a good start, a good excuse. And then the wife goes on doing the same thing over and over again every day, and life goes on like this. This is the way of life you have known. This is what you are going to teach your children unconsciously. You can share, you can do only what you know, nothing else. All around, we have been helped, greatly helped to be what we are. You have also been helped. Now you want to help your children. Have you realized all the help that your parents have received, you have received, what that has made you? Introspect. With all the great help, good intentions, what your parents have achieved, what you have achieved, what you have become. Have you become a more loving person? Are you more meditative? Nothing of this sort is seen in your life, and you want to help your children. Your life is an untold story of misery, chaos, and unfulfillment. Such was the life of your parents, your life. And in the name of help, you are destroying the life of your children for them to lead the same life as you had. All that you can do is be loving, be nourishing, be warm, and be accepting. The child brings an unknown potential deep within, just as each seed has a potential has a growth pattern that when it blossoms and properly taken care of, nourished and nurtured, it will blossom into a beautiful white chrysanthemum or white rose or pink rose or yellow rose. You cannot convert a pink rose into a red rose. And this is what you are trying to do in the name of help. And you have asked this question that what is the correct way or what is the right way of helping the children? Are you accepting? And there is no way to figure out what he is going to be. When a seed is there, do you know what this you are told? So there is a slight difference in that. You are told that this is a red rose because the gardener, the horticulture man has made it like that, but God did not tell you that. There is no way to figure out what he is going to be. So no procedure, no methodology can be suggested. Indeed, the way you should help the child. Indeed, the way to help the child is to take care of them, nourish and nurture, and allow their natural potentiality to grow. Each child is unique, so there cannot be a general discipline for every child. There are well-known and acclaimed people like Miss Judith Martin is an acclaimed writer who are suggesting manners for every child as if children are produced on assembly line in a factory. No two children are same. How can you suggest a general methodology? How can you even have a nerve to suggest a generalized program that should be followed? But Miss Judith Martin, I don't know how many times she has become Miss. I think certainly at least a dozen times she has become Miss because no husband could survive her. He will either escape or commit suicide, but he will certainly make her a Miss again, and she was made Miss more than a dozen times, and she must be old now. The book is highly rated by who? The name of the book is Miss Manners Guide to Rearing a Perfect Children. Miss Manners Guide to Rearing Perfect Children by Judith Martin. Perhaps when she finally became famous and most well-known authority on child rearing, nobody dared to marry her again because you do not think such a woman who has no compassion for children will have any compassion for husbands. She will train them exactly the way animals are trained in a circus. She will make them dance to her tune. And her being a world-famous authority, what can poor husband do except dancing to her tune? This kind of person has existed down the ages around the world everywhere. Only this much for now. This will continue.